good. Streaming on YouTube. We're live. Live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. Facebook service decided to work today. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you true success, true consistency, and how you can have this as a trader. I'm going to show you how you can be a successful, consistent trader. And while it might be easier than you think, as long as you're willing to follow the rules, I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. So many great things to show you today. I'm actually going to show you, it's not going to come straight from the horse's mouth. It's going to come straight from other horses' mouth about what we do here in the Newsbeat live room and why it's very easy to follow what we do and actually follow along and make money. And I'm going to prove it to you today. I'm going to lay to doubt all rest. But first, by watching this video, you agree to hold me legally harmless for anything, and T3 legally harmless for anything that you might see on this video. If you do not agree to that, exit this video immediately. Thank you so much for agreeing to that. Okay, you want me to prove it to you. All right. So, when most firms show you testimonials, they tend to be very old. They tend to be ancient. They tend to be things that could have happened years ago. So I figured since I probably get about anywhere between 20 to 50 a day, I mean, I'm like a testimonial magnet here. I just figured I would share with you today what some of our members thought, and then I'm going to show you how you could connect and make money as well. But in terms of inspirational things, you really need to be inspired to make money, because if you're down on yourself and you're losing money and you don't have that inspiration, you are doomed to failure. Don't underestimate the power of inspiring messages. And I'm just going to start off right here from a member saying, "Hi Mark, attach a screenshot of today's name snap, 1 minute chart with 80 MA entry, blah, 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 lower stop, blah, 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 blah. Have you kept the stats? Continued success. Gotta love this stuff." And he showed a chart of how he made money and how he actually uses his methodology on Fibonacci to 7 hours ago to make money. And then we got another testimonial here, and this one was good. This one was nice. "Mark, thank you. I have no other words to describe your service. You lay out everything you do start to finish." And keep in mind, I'm going to show you how you could follow along with what these people did. "I have been able to replicate your success." That line there, that line right here, where he's like, "I have been able to replicate your success," to me left me breathless. And this is from somebody in the Newsbeat live room. "I have never been in a room that does this. Upon your recommendation," I don't give stock picks or recommendation advice, "I have been only trading the first hour every day. We met at the T3 ATS Active Trader Summit. I unfortunately did not initially go for your service. I followed blank and lost 25,000. Well, I followed blank and lost $25,000 trading as I was not able to figure it out. Many other traders I have met at the summit have shared my experience. Although my $49 1 month special is coming to an end, I will be signing up for a year. I've been able to make over $28,000 following your one and dones and high one strategies. The gentleman has been in the room less than a month and made back $28,000 from the $25,000 the gentleman lost over the course elsewhere. I've been in several rooms, and I wanted you to know the value in your room is insurmountable. I have not only recovered confidence in trading, but I received a phone call and had several emails answered in care and detail. No words here will ever do you justice. Sincerely, the gentleman who did that." And then I just have one more. I know a lot of you guys wrote it. I can't get to all of them really. This is a good one. "Hello, Mark. Thank you for all your help in teaching. Today in Snap," which was our one and done, "and I'm going to show you how you could be consistent. Just let me inspire you first, and then I'm going to show you how you could change this whole losing mentality indefinitely. Today in Snap, I used your advice. Front run the first bar with 100 calls, then quickly edit 100, out at $1,700 profit 1 minute later. So I just want to keep in mind this gentleman wrote me the email today at 9:50 a.m. The gentleman was probably up this money by 9:31, 9:32, 9:33, 9:30, whatever it was, and within the first minute to few minutes. It's not about the profit, but the skills you're giving me are working. I know you think it was not a great trade, but it helped me with your execution strategy. That's 2 days in a row. Thank you for believing and helping me achieve a goal I have been looking to accomplish for years. God bless you, brother. All the best. And I'm not going to show you the gentleman who wrote me the email. And I was trying to figure this out because there was another email which I'm not going to just paint up and black out the name just to ensure anonymity. But there was another email from traders as well speaking about our strategy. So it's actually very simple. So let's say that you wanted to be consistent from this point forward. That's it. You're done with all the BS. You want a system that works. First, I'm going to show you what to do. Then I'm going to show you what to be careful from. The thing you have to be careful from inside this market are gimmicks, things which demand that you dump a ton of money up front before you get the service. A ton of money up front. A lot of mentorships on Wall Street are like this. A lot of educational courses, mine included, are like this. A lot of things where you travel to certain events are like this. Um, Generally speaking, it does not help. I would be shocked if 3% of the people who did that actually succeeded. I'd be like, no way, bullshit. 3%? Excuse my language, 3%? I'd be like, prove it. Prove it. A lot of these services require that you dump a ton of money. Now, it's okay. Some of these services are worth a ton of money. Most of them, just about all of them, are not. That is why this $49 a month thing exists in the first place. I thought, and that's why we have open houses, I thought you should be able to taste what you are getting before you order it. You know, when you go to the butcher counter in the supermarket or in the Whole Foods or wherever you go when you shop, and you ask, can I try a slice? And the butcher will shave off a slice, put it in either like this little plastic thing or on a paper or whatever, and give it to you to literally eat right there. How many people have done that before with their butcher? I do it sometimes. I want to show me what it tastes like. And then after you do it, Kevin, yeah, you do, Rudy. I do it too. I do it too. I do it too. And then what usually happens afterwards? If you like it, I'll have a pound, a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever you two, Dennis. Exactly. You get to try it before you do it. But unfortunately, a lot of these um, products, and again, even my education, you don't really get a test of my education before you buy it. I'm putting my own butt on the line here too. Now, granted, I've had 100% positive feedback from every single person who has taken my course, thankfully. The problem is I don't find that credible. Now, Mark, why are you bashing yourself today? Why are you bashing yourself, Mark? Because most people who take an educational course are pumped up with confidence at that moment, and then they come to the market, and then they might experience something different that didn't work. So I'm even telling you that that success rate from my course is BS. Not because the people are lying or they're fabricating it, it's just because they don't really know what's going to happen. So now let me show you, with everything I said, how you are going to be consistent. Watch. All you have to do is apply. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? 4 strategies. I map them out for you. I map them out for you. They're all over the internet. It's the one and done strategy. It's the high one strategy. It's the high five strategy. And it's the know your limit strategy. If you do those 4 strategies on the names that I give and I pick, I humbly believe, I cannot tell you that you will be successful, but based on the infinite amount of testimonials it feels like I get on a day in and day out basis, I can tell you that's going to work. You want to sit there, you want to grind it out with me throughout the entire day. A lot of people would be very successful. Some people ended up giving back your earnings. How many of you guys in the room today traded Snap and said, screw it, I'm done? We're going to show you the trade and how you did it. Well played. It's that discipline that you need. Did it, Carlton? You did it, Opita? You did it, Pat? Yeah, well played. Well played. That's the type of discipline you need for consistency. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because what you don't realize what I'm doing is I'm actually curing your psychological toxicity. So this is how it comes in. And I want to explain it to you. And the $49 a month thing is really like going to the butcher counter and asking for that slice of meat before commit to buying 20, 30, 50, 100 slices of the meat. You just get one, right? And then you already know if it's good or not, right? This is how it looks like. You're in the room. We're looking at Snap. This was our highest conviction idea, period. This is the one that we focus on in the morning. So in the morning, now I'm going to show you what I do. And I tell the traders that I'm doing it. So in the morning, I'm talking about Snap. I'm logging in my trading account right now. Just T3 does not like us showing P&Ls anymore, and I respect that. And I completely respect that. But I am going to not show you my P&L, but I'm going to show you how it looks like when I do a trade and how you can be consistent. I'd like to know how many other gurus are sharing layouts, talking about this ahead of time. How many people this morning came up to you and just literally diarrheaed 20, 40, 50, 60 names in front of your face in the morning? Your head's going to explode. How the insert colorful word here do you track all of this? It's impossible. I'm a professional gamer. I do it better than most people, and it's impossible, really, even for me. So, in the morning, I'm thinking and I'm saying, guys, go at least 1 week out. Go at least 1 week out with Snap. And before that, you saw that I gave the conviction level as a 4. Heck is that? As a 4 on the 1 to 10 scale. What does that even mean? What do you mean 4? Do you know that there's a rating system for every single thing I do? 4 out of 10 is $5,000 to $8,000 worth of options. I literally show the amount of money I'm throwing. And when it's on stock, 4 to 10 is 300 to 10,000 shares. Now, 300 shares, if you're trading Amazon, it's a lot different than Snapchat. Snapchat would be closer to 10,000 shares than 300, for example. But when you're dealing with options, the number is a lot tighter for that reason. So, going back to it, I'm going to take between $5,000 and $8,000 worth of Snapchat call options because it was upgraded. We went over the upgrades. We talked about it ad nauseum. Pulling down my live trading software here. Just make sure I have to hide my P&L. Okay, there we go. So what I do here in the morning is Snapchat, and then I'm going to show you. Snapchat opened up right over here at $10.64. So what I did was I went out at least a week out for $11 calls. And we're discussing this in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to attack these calls. I have my market order ready. As soon as the 1 minute bar breaks the prior 1 minute bar, I'm smacking in. And I was literally, you see my mouse pointer? Yeah, you see my mouse pointer. So what this is um, this is the March 22nd $11 calls. Your quantity can change, but it's for 300 call options, and it's set on market order over here. And then my button is on buy to open. So I'm literally like, look, I'm going to press my button now. 1 minute bar breaks the prior 1 minute bar. I'm smacking in. And I was literally like, look, I'm going to press my button now. 1 minute bar breaks the prior 1 minute bar. I'm smacking in. And I was literally like, look, I'm going to press my button now. 1 minute bar breaks the prior 1 minute bar. I'm smacking in. I'm going to press my left click button. It's you can't get filled after hours on options, but look, you see how the button depresses when I have my left click down? You see, look, it's on it, and like I left click down, I don't release, and it's like this. And this is how I'm watching it. I'm like literally like this, just waiting, and as soon as that 1 minute bar goes, I will literally take my mouse finger and release. You see that? I'll just release. That's how I'm doing it. As soon as I click that button, my P&L was like this. I couldn't even blink twice before I was up money. So the one and done strategy says if the first 1 minute bar is green, and we use open versus close to determine what's a green and red bar. So if it closes higher than where the bar opened, I consider that green. That is my methodology for green and red bars. Make sure that if you're following that methodology, you follow that. If 1071 broke here, I'm ready to market order and buy snap right through 1071. 5 minutes later, it went from 1071 to 1093. That's the one and done strategy. The one and done strategy would have given you a stop right here underneath 1055. You could have held Snapchat all day with never getting stopped out. Some of the room members did. That was the one and done strategy. After the one and done strategy, 100% of the time, it never ever changes. It's always, it starts here. You don't even have to think which strategy am I going to use here. It's in order. Starts out with the one and done. That's number one. Number two is the members of the room. What is the second strategy we look for right after the one and done ends? The high one. That's right, Raphael. That's right. The high one. So what we do, the high one basically says, you see this yellow line here? As soon as you hit this exponential 8 and you break through, you have to look for the break of the next 1 minute bar to the upside and buy it. That's it. Is that stupid and simple enough for you? Is that stupid and simple enough for you? We have an entire video that spells it out. Look it up. It's right here. It just follows that text. That's it. So if you bought through the high one today, you bought through 1065. This is a 1 minute chart. Climbed all the way to 1093. Look at that. Zero pain. Zero pain. You're not sitting there. You're not sitting here with BS parameters that are false, like the fallacy of parameters. Oh, buy at $10, sell at 1050, stop 975. I gave you a 2-to-1 risk reward in your favor. Are you tired of that garbage? Are you tired of that garbage? Does that sound like someplace you've been? Are you tired of, trying to guess which stock you have to trade every day? Are you tired of having, somebody vomiting 70 names in your face in the morning and praying to pick the right one, and that trader over there picked the right one and that trader over there picked the right one, but the other people just get crushed? Are you tired of that numbers game? We were focusing only on Snapchat after this happened. We had other names to watch in case, backup, but we were just watching one. There was only one Neo. Here was the high one strategy. It worked. Then, after the high one, we look at the high five. And again, the high five strategy is a strategy in which we actually share. This number went up, by the way. This is an old number, 72.9%. We show you the high five strategy. What the high five strategy basically says is when you test this yellow line on the 5 minute, which is an exponential 8 moving average, and you test and you break down, you buy through the breakout of the next candle. Zero pain. Zero pain. You see that? Little scalps, little money. And this one is more of a know your limit strategy, or you could have done the Fund 21, however you want to do it. And again, you could look up what the Fund 21 is. You could look up what the Know Your Limits is. And we update the strategies to make sure it works in the environment we're in. We're ahead of the pack. The market changes and evolves. That's why I will never release another trading book for the rest of my life. I have over 1,000 pages written for my third trading book. and I don't want it published. Why? Because the market keeps changing. Why aren't educational courses like that? If the market keeps changing and evolving, why do they think putting the same people through the ringer over and over and over and over again is going to produce good results? Everybody knows it fails. The reason why they do it is because you're going to shell out your credit card and pay for it. And what happens is 90+% fail. And on any given part, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% of people on every given course structure that happen to succeed, they will go on and purchase more products. The other 90%, it's your fault, tough luck, buy, and it's a rinse repeat cycle. I know because my course was like that many years ago when it didn't change. I didn't do it out of maliciousness. Do you think any of these firms, there's no maliciousness involved. There's none. It's just people aren't smart enough to evolve with the market. People are too lazy. The people out there who are doing these things are lazy. They are lazy individuals. They care. Nobody wants you to fail. They do care, but nobody gives a damn to actually put in the extra time to tweak and change the things they're doing to work in the current environment. It's not worth their time. I'm done trading. I'll shut down. That's it. I'll come in tomorrow. I'll do the same old BS again. So if you come in and you did the simple effective strategy right here on this blue line, which is the 21, or if you did a fund 21, you made money. Now here's the funny thing. This week, I've had Apple, Tesla, Snapchat. Out of between Monday and Thursday, I had three names that were rated a 4 out of 10. You know what was common about all those names? Every single strategy we applied worked on those names. It might not work on every name you're trading. It definitely won't. Sometimes it will. Sometimes it won't. The point of the strategy is not to have it work on everything. The point of the strategy is to have it consistently work on the one thing you are focusing on. You know how many successful traders take the trader, you know, who's making, again, in an email, I don't look at the trader's account statement, so I'll go ahead and admit that, but I know the trader. I met him at the Active Trader Summit, and he has no reason to send me an email like that if he isn't really doing it. All these testimonials from room members, they're already locked in for a year already. All these people writing me these testimonials that they don't need to sugarcoat anything. And you know how many testimonials I'm not sharing it with you? All you have to do to be a consistently profitable trader is to stop trading a lot. All you have to do is pick one good name in the morning, make money on it, shut your system down. That's it. That is it. Now, traders like me, I could spend there all day and I will, you know, I think I made, I'm not going to look through all my numbers. I think I made like $200 after I made all the money in Snap. Like 90 whatever percent of my money was made in minutes. And then I'm a broadcaster, so I'm here all day. I don't just shut down. So it's funny because I spend like 3 minutes making 96, 97% of my day. Then I spent basically from 9:35 to 4, which is 6.5 hours, about a little less than 6.5 hours, trying to make, 300 bucks. I kid you not. That was my day. That was my entire day. I don't have that luxury to log off. I'm running the largest room. I can't just log off. There are people who need my guidance, my assistance, my help. I'm on the phone with you guys. I'm looking up strategies. I'm always working for you. That is why we are successful and consistent. Because you have somebody who is non-stop working. We're working around the clock to ensure that you're profitable. To ensure you are profitable. I do not make the majority of my money as a broadcaster. I make the majority of my money as a day trader. And as long as you could put day trading first and you could put it ahead of everything, as long as I could put you, the subscriber, ahead of everything else, myself very included in there, I am going to put you on the best path towards success. If you get with the program and you follow the program and you do what we're doing here, I do not see any reason why anybody cannot be successful. I said it. I became a father recently, and I will tell you that if my son ever came to me and wanted to learn how to trade, first thing I would do is say, okay, first thing you're going to do is the one and done strategy. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. This is the only strategy you're going to do. You know what he would have done today? He would have focused in on Snap like every single other person in the Newsbeat live room, and this is what he would have done. I will show you exactly what my son would have done. He would have been like, all right, I'll do nothing from 9:30 to 9:31. Oh, wow, it broke through from 9:31 to 9:32. Okay, I'm just selling on the way up. I'm done for the day. Bye. Going off to school, made money. Which reminds me, I probably have to get my son in a school that starts after 10 o'clock a.m., or I have to move out west. Light bulb. It's literally as easy as having a finger on a button here and just waiting for the top of the 1 minute bar to break. And as soon as this bar broke right over here, as soon as it broke from 1071 here, as soon as that broke, click, I'm in. I'm in. Market order. Zero skill, zero thought. I'm not looking at the delta. I'm not looking at the theta. I'm not looking at the alpha, beta, Magic the Gathering, Greek, goddess. I'm not looking at any of this stuff. I'm not looking at anything but the bid and offer, just like you would on a stock. And I hit it, and my P&L goes up, and I get rid of it. You know what? The Newsbeat Live Room is really bringing a new definition to hit it and quit it. This is hit it and quit it. Smacking Snap in the face, ripping some money out of it, and shutting off your system. That is how you hit it and quit it. Everybody else is using that in a very nasty way and wrong. This is how you hit it and quit it. Now, maybe prop firms don't like that. Maybe your brokerage doesn't like that because you're not trading a lot of shares. You're not sitting there going through the grinder all day. You're not sitting there being a worse boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, father, daughter, sister, mother, grandmother, grandfather, son, cousin, uncle. You're not a worse neighbor. You're not being a worse person. How many of you guys are just not who you really are when you lose money trading? I spoke to a guy on the phone today. I'm not going to give his name out. Had an awesome accent, which I recognized. And I'm talking to the guy, and I'm like, I could tell right now that you are an uplifting, positive, awesome energy guy, and it's trading that is poisoning your mind and making you act like this. And he said, you're absolutely right. He agreed with me completely. And you probably think I'm talking to you right now. A lot of you out there are like, "Ooh, there's a smart behind me. Is he talking about me?" I know it. Do you realize this style I created? Not only for you, but for me. I was the trader doing 3, 4, 500,000 shares every single day consistently. If you remember when I first came to T3 back in '07, I would just sit there and trade Apple all day. Scalp in, scalp out, scalp in, scalp out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. It's like a poorly made sex manual, and it's like in, out, repeat if necessary. And that's not what trading is about. That is not what 99.99999% of traders can do. Don't follow the useless garbage guru who does that. Stop following people who are projectile vomiting dozens and dozens of names on you. Ugh, I used my filter. I did my scan. Here are all the names with a bucket like shh all over the keyboard. Here you go. Have fun. You see that one over there? That one worked, and that one worked over there too, and that one worked over there. Value added. I only know this happens because I've been doing this as a broadcaster for 12 years. I've been trading 20. I've been broadcasting 12 years. So believe me, I've seen it all. And I know what works for people, and I know what doesn't work for people. And if you could just get with that program, I like to talk about, I'll bring up the Staples manager again. I talked about him tonight too. There's a member of the room making sub $50,000 as a Staples manager, but he's making about $250,000 a year as a trader, a little less than $250,000, at least from last year. And he became a Newsbeat bandit. And he comes in the morning and he works literally less than 30 minutes every day, makes his money, and goes to work. And I spoke to him on the phone and I said, you know what? I'm not going to say his name. I'm very proud of you. I said to him, I'm very proud of you that you're still working the Staples job. But you don't need I mean, how do you feel about that? Because he's making like 48, whatever, he gets benefits, whatever it is, 48 a year, but he's making 250,000 trading half an hour a day. And you're busting your butt for so many hours just to do that? And he's like, Mark, if there's one thing that I've learned from you, I need this Staples job to ensure my trading is good. And when he said that, I had the utmost respect for him because he needed something else to do with his time to walk away from his system, because otherwise he would just keep trading and make a green day into a red day. And you are all guilty of that. I am repeat offender. I am a repeat offender of that myself. And I know that if you just tried this and did not get caught up, T3 doesn't like when I call you on the phone. They don't think it's scalable. They're worried about my health. I respect them. T3 looks out for my best interest. I have to look out for your best interest. I'm on the phone call. I'm on the phone with you guys constantly. T3 doesn't like me sharing a layout. I asked for a long disclaimer to hold us harmless. Why? It's a bad risk reward, I'm being told. And they're right. T3 is always right. They're always right. But I do it. And I share with you this phenomenally visually, aesthetically pleasing, attractive layout, which is built for speed and making money based on the strategies we do. Something that is not a sexy term because people feel if you talk about a software layout you use, some people who use different softwares might get turned off. They don't like to hear the truth. They don't like to hear the truth that not all softwares are created equally when it comes to intraday trading especially. People don't like to hear that. People don't like to hear that. They don't like to have the discussion of commission structures, which make certain strategies impossible. Why isn't anybody talking about that? You can't do every single strategy out there with a bad commission structure. Why don't people talk about the psychology? Why don't people talk about how to stop losing? Why don't people talk about when you should stop trading? Because it's bad for the brokerage. Because it's bad for the brokerage. All the Wall Street brokers out there. Oh, I don't want them to tell my client to stop trading. I want them to trade more. You know, it's kind of funny that you're actually listening to somebody who cares about you, maybe more than you do. But maybe that's exactly what you need. And by following these consistent one and done strategies, which we gave you 3 this week, Apple, that's a thick name, right? Tesla, Snapchat, those were their 3 one and dones. They worked, all of them. Then the high one and low one worked, and then the high 5 worked, and then the fun 21 worked. Every single algorithmic strategy we created just worked on our one conviction name of the day. We didn't we didn't spew hundreds of names in your face, dozens of names in your face. So I just sit here and I wonder, why do people continue to punish themselves? I dare you to take the Newsbeat challenge right now. I dare you, if you are struggling with trading, if you are a trader who is struggling in this environment, if you are struggling in this environment, I dare you to become a Newsbeat bandit. I dare you to come in the morning, look at our highest conviction names, apply our methodology behind it, and then turn off your computer. I mean, shut down properly, close your applications, shut off your computer and walk away. And I dare you to do that for a month. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You want to keep smashing your face against the wall and hoping for a different result? I could pave the road for you. I could show you the strategies that I do. I could show you the names I do. I could show you how I do it. I could share with you how I do it. I could share with you the software I do with how I do it. But I cannot force you to sign up. That is up to you. For $49 for your first month, you can try the slice of deli meat behind the counter before you commit yourself to buying 2 pounds of organic free range cold cuts. Of course, you wouldn't buy the inorganic stuff, would you now? Just $49 a month, you can experience the room with the most consistent traders on Wall Street. You can experience strategies that are effective and make people money. You can experience what some of the testimonials that we receive that I showed you. I can't show you all my testimonials. You kidding me? I get them daily. I'm not sitting here looking at something somebody said to me a year ago or months ago. It's the easiest Wall Street pitch. Show old testimonials. Ooh. Show old things. Ooh. Show P&Ls from 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015. I've seen a book from a guy who shows his P&L from 1994. I kid you not. And I look at it, I'm like, the guy couldn't day trade out of a urine-soaked brown paper bag if he dreamed of it. But for $49 a month, you can be part of the largest, fastest growing trading room in the nation. How about I give you some algo levels just as a little treat? Maybe you were impressed. Maybe you were impressed yesterday when we gave you a Netflix bottom of $358.01. And Netflix today hit $358.10. Maybe you're impressed when our levels are giving you forms of accuracy to buy and sell the thickest names in the market. Here are tomorrow's levels today. I really do not have a time travel machine. I was joking all along. I know some of you are like, oh God, I really thought he had it. How did he make that call? These levels don't always hit, but when they do, I have a very easy time making money consistently buying off support and shorting at resistance levels when I do take these trades. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I do dare you to become a Newsbeat bandit. Again, for $49 for your first month, you can be part of the largest, fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money, and I will definitely see you tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.